February 3rd, 1637. Amsterdam. A sailor walks into a merchant's home. He sees an onion sitting on the counter. He's hungry. He eats it. What he doesn't know is that he just swallowed the price of a mansion. By the end of the day, he'll be thrown in prison. By the end of the week, an entire economy will collapse. This is the story of the world's first financial bubble. And it started with a flower. The year is 1593. The Dutch Golden Age. Amsterdam is the richest city on earth. Ships bring spices from Asia, gold from the New World, art, knowledge, power. The Dutch control global trade, and they want the world to know it. Enter the tulip, brought from the Ottoman Empire by a botanist named Carolus Clusius. Exotic, rare, beautiful. The wealthy fall in love. Owning tulips becomes a status symbol, like owning a Rolex today or a Lamborghini, but prettier and rarer, and soon far more expensive. At first, only the elite can afford them. A single bulb costs a year's wages for a craftsman. But here's the thing about tulips. They don't bloom year-round. You plant a bulb in autumn. It grows underground all winter. And only in spring does it reveal its true colors. Some tulips are solid red, some yellow, some white. Boring. But then something magical happens. A virus. It infects the bulbs and creates the most stunning patterns anyone has ever seen. Flames of red and white, streaks of purple and gold. They call them broken tulips, and they become priceless. The Semper Augustus, the most famous tulip in history. Red and white flames, perfect symmetry. In 1625, one bulb sells for 3,000 guilders. That's more than most people earn in a lifetime. Enough to buy a luxury canal house in Amsterdam, 12 acres of land, or 27 tons of wheat. For a flower. But here's where it gets insane. Regular people start noticing. Carpenters, weavers, blacksmiths. They see the rich getting richer. And they think, why not me? A new market emerges. Not in fancy salons, but in taverns, inns, street corners. People start trading tulip bulbs like stocks. Except they're not trading actual bulbs. They're trading promises. Contracts for bulbs still in the ground. Bulbs that haven't even bloomed yet. You buy a contract in November. Sell it in December for double. The next guy sells it in January for triple. No one cares what color the tulip will be. No one even sees the tulip. They're just betting it'll be worth more tomorrow. Prices explode. A bulb that cost 100 guilders in October is worth 500 by Christmas, 1,000 by New Year's, 3,000 by February. People sell everything they own. Homes, tools, land. They take loans from merchants, borrow from family, go into debt, because everyone believes the same thing. Tulip prices only go up. One weaver buys a contract for 5,000 guilders. He doesn't have 5,000 guilders. He promises to pay when he sells the bulb for 10,000. It's a pyramid built on air, and no one sees it coming. February 3rd, 1637. Haarlem, just outside Amsterdam. A routine tulip auction begins. The auctioneer holds up a contract. A rare bulb, expected to sell for 1,200 guilders. He starts the bidding. Silence. He lowers the price. 900 guilders. Still nothing. He tries again. 600 guilders. No one bids. For the first time in 3 years, no one wants to buy. Word spreads like wildfire. By nightfall, panic grips Amsterdam. If no one's buying, then the contracts are worthless. And if the contracts are worthless, everyone who borrowed money is ruined. The weaver who borrowed 5,000 guilders, he can't pay it back. He tries to sell his contract. No buyers. He tries to return the bulb. The merchant won't take it. Within days, he loses his home, his workshop, everything. And he's not alone. Thousands of people in the same nightmare. Bakers who bet their ovens. Farmers who mortgaged their land. Even wealthy merchants who overextended. The market collapses. Tulip bulbs that sold for 5,000 guilders in January are worth less than an onion by March. The Dutch government panics. They hold emergency meetings, try to force people to honor their contracts. But it's too late. The courts are flooded with lawsuits. Merchant versus merchant. Debtor versus creditor. Friend versus friend. No one trusts anyone. The social fabric tears. Families divided. Friendships destroyed. All because of a flower. The aftermath is brutal. Thousands declare bankruptcy. Life savings gone. Homes seized. Businesses shuttered. And the tulips? They just bloom. Like nothing happened. Because to the tulip, nothing did happen. It was always just a flower. The Dutch government tries to clean up the mess. They nullify some contracts. Declare that debts can be settled for a fraction of the original price. But the damage is done. Who suffers most? Not the wealthy elite. They had diversified assets, multiple income streams. They lose some money but survive. It's the common people. The weaver, the baker, the carpenter. The ones who bet everything on a dream. Trust in the market shattered. For years, people avoid speculation. They go back to basics. Real work, real goods, real value. But the story doesn't die. Tulip Mania becomes a legend. A warning. The first recorded economic bubble. A cautionary tale told for centuries. But here's the question. Did we learn the lesson? 1637, tulips. 1999, dot-com stocks. 2008, housing market. 2021, meme stocks, NFTs, crypto. The names change. The technology changes. But the psychology? Exactly the same. Greed. Fear of missing out. The belief that this time is different. That prices will keep rising forever. That you'll be the one who gets out in time. But bubbles always burst. Always. Because at the end of the day, value is real. Hype is not. So ask yourself, what's your tulip? What are you betting on that might just be a flower? History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes.